The abandoned mansion, the old Whitmore mansion, stood atop the desolate hill, its once grand facade now decrepit and worn. The tall iron gates were rusted, groaning mournfully when pushed by the bitter winds that always seemed to circle the property. The windows, some shattered and others grimy with age, appeared as hollow eyes staring down at anyone brave enough to approach. The garden, which had once been the pride of the town, was overrun with thorny vines and weeds, choking the life out of any remaining flowers. At night, locals claimed they could hear eerie whispers emanating from the mansion, a chorus of voices from the past forever trapped within its walls. Shadowy figures were occasionally seen moving behind the curtains. And sometimes, the soft, melancholic tune of a piano would drift down the hill, though the mansion had been abandoned for decades. Those who dared to enter returned with tales of cold spots, fleeting apparitions, and an overwhelming sense of dread. The mansion, with its dark history and foreboding presence, remained a haunting testament to time's relentless march, forever capturing the morbid curiosity of thrill-seekers and the fearful respect of the town's inhabitants. The Abandoned Mansion, Episode 1, Whispers in the Wind, INT. Local cafe, morning. The cafe is buzzing with activity. Locals gather at tables, sipping their coffee and sharing the latest gossip. At a corner table, Lucy, a young journalist in her mid-20s with a curious glint in her eyes, is scribbling in her notebook. Ms. Thorne, an older woman in her 70s with a stern face, sits opposite her, looking hesitant. Ms. Thorne, I don't know why you're so interested in that place, dear. It's best left alone, Lucy. It's a story that's never been told, Mrs. Thorne. The town deserves to know its history. Ms. Thorne, whispering, some things are better left buried. Int. Library, afternoon. Lucy scans old newspapers, looking for any mention of the Whitmore mansion. She discovers a faded article from the 1950s, titled, Tragedy at Whitmore. Family disappears without a trace, INT. Lucy's apartment, night. Lucy's apartment is filled with books, articles, and photos of the mansion. She is on the phone. Lucy, I'm telling you, Jake, there's something more to this story. I found old reports of strange events, disappearances, rumors of ghost sightings. Jake, VO, every old house has its ghost stories. Lucy, this is different. I can feel it. EXT, Whitmore Mansion, dusk. Lucy stands at the iron gates, peering up at the mansion as the setting sun casts long, eerie shadows. She pushes the gate, and it groans but gives way. Armed with her flashlight and camera, she approaches the house, INT. Whitmore Mansion, main hall, night. Dust hangs in the air. The once grand hall is now in ruins. As Lucy moves deeper into the house, her flashlight beam catches glimpses of faded family portraits and moth-eaten furniture. She then hears a faint whisper, leave. Lucy, whispering to herself, it's just the wind. Suddenly, the melancholic tune of a piano starts playing.